Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, I'm already having some paint issues here. I'm Lynn Browder, and I paint a lot of flowers. Sometimes I paint other stuff, but I paint a lot of flowers. I have a young son. He's 12. I guess he's middle of the age group. Age now. He's 12, so that's almost a teenager. But I still think of him as young. He has autism and he helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings. And then I paint the rest. So here I am painting flowers. And I didn't realize, so this is probably going to be annoying, that, well, I didn't think about it. I realized I have a mint in my mouth as I'm starting to paint here. So hopefully that won't be too much of a distraction for all of us. But I am so excited about my boy's day. He had a few little things here and there where he was up and down about some different stuff with who he wanted to see and just moments in time. But it ended with a big happy moment. He got to see one of his best friends, or his best friend, I should say. There's like a big piece of fuzz on my... Hold on. Must get this off. I painted the little flower over it. I mean, the thing. Okay. Back to where we were. But he got to see his best friend tonight. And oh, how joyous that was for him. He could not even, he couldn't walk up to him. He hadn't seen him since their school year. I don't think we randomly saw them after that, but he was so very excited to see him. And hopefully we'll be able to get the boys together through the next few months or something. They were in school together last year, but Owen is a year older, or maybe technically 2 years, maybe. And the schools that Owen goes to, they do 3 years with the same teacher. Some do it a little bit differently, but the 3 schools that he's been to, they do 3 years with the same teacher, and then they move on to the next grade. So he was in intermediate last year, and his best friend was in the school with him. And so now he doesn't get to see him until, I believe he should be moving up with him next year, and hopefully they'll be in the same thing again. But when he saw his best friend at the trunk or treat that we went to tonight at his therapy place, he could not even handle it. He was so excited. He couldn't walk up to him. He couldn't go see him. He just had to stand there and just soak it all in. And he had been hoping that he would be there tonight, all the way there, but you never know. So when he saw him, it was just pure excitement, pure happiness. Both boys were happy. His mom said it really made Miles happy as well. He hadn't seen him in so long. So that is just, as much as Owen couldn't settle down after he saw his best friend, I pretty much can't settle down. I'm so very excited that he got to see them, and they might come to our trunk or treat that we are having at our church. And so I like I said, I don't know that I'm going to be able to settle down from it either, because it's just fabulous. I'm so happy that they got to spend time together. I thought I would do some unusual colors together tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We're just making flowers. We'll just keep making flowers, as y'all know, until we're done making flowers. And keep filling it in. And I'm almost done with my mint, so hopefully that will not be the complete distraction that I'm feeling. But, sometimes I talk so much about our day and what's happening that I don't think about, like, taking a minute out to do a video. But, life happens when you have something else planned. So, that's my story. But Owen didn't want any of the candy. He's not a big candy eater to begin with. He's kind of getting where he'll eat some things, but it's still not like something he really does a lot of. So he wasn't really interested in going to all the cars anyways, or playing the games that they had. It took years for him to get excited about Halloween. He didn't really understand it. And so now he's kind of embracing it a little bit more, and he wanted his costume on and just all of that. But when he got there and he saw his best friend, technically nothing else truly mattered at that point. And I just so thankful for that. And he kept he kept saying he wanted to have his best friend come to church with us, and he wanted to have him go bowling with us in the park. And he, at one point, I heard him say to him that he wanted him to come to church. So it just thrills me, like I said, to no end, to see how excited Owen was to be there and be around his best friend that he hadn't been able to visit with or talk to or look at or just be there, So he got quite thrilled. Makes the mama heart happy. Makes the mama heart so happy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Kind of tired, but I was so excited about everything with Owen that I couldn't get going after Owen went to bed. It was kind of the same thing as he kept getting up, and I kept thinking, well, at some point we'll do this here. So there we go. Filling it all in. Just gotta figure out what to do, where to do. So I'm kind of on cloud 9 just as much as Owen is, and I'm hoping that this will lead to them being able to go to the park or go wherever. And the mom is very sweet, and so I am looking forward to building a friendship with her as well. So you gotta get your friends in all places. And that's the cool thing to me is, building this community of friends, not only of friends for me, but friends for Owen, that we can share moments like this, because it's hard sometimes to explain our life story and what autism really means to me. And I always say autism, is one of those things that I never imagined. And autism wasn't important to me until autism was important to me, because I never truly understood everything. I thought I did. I worked with a young boy at a vacation Bible school one year, and I thought because I was with him for several days that I completely understood what autism meant. And it's so different than I even imagined. And every story is different. Every story in every home for everything is the same, but we're all so different. And so I'm thankful that I have people that support and love us through all of these things that we go through, and knowing how much my son has benefited from incredible people in our lives that just continue to help us grow in so many ways. So it's a fabulous moment in time for me. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to fill in and where I want to fill it and what I want to do. I'd put black on my mat here to do stuff, but I don't know that I want to do that anymore now that I'm moved on with it. So we'll see. But like I said, we're just kind of filling in some blanks and trying to make it look like it's something. That sometimes is the biggest goal, is to try to fill in the parts where it doesn't look like it's taking over something, but instead highlighting something. So that's what I want to make sure that, like, this one looks a little off center here, so I'm gonna try to do something a little bit. Might need some more green in my thing just to change it up a little bit, because it seemed to go in a different direction than I thought it was going to go. But again, we just kind of keep going with it. So I'm having a pretty good week with, if you're new to the channel, I have breast cancer. And so I have been going through chemotherapy, infusions, and I am now, I had one this past Thursday, so it's now Monday, so it's been several days, but that this has been the best one so far, and pretty much I feel pretty good. I just have some reflux and things like that, but compared to what I did have, I will take it. I'm very happy that my body's kind of simmering down from a lot of it and dealing with it better. So that makes me happy. And I have one more infusion after this, and then once that happens, then I will, I'm supposed to meet with my, I have a cancer doctor, and then I have a surgeon, and so I'm supposed to meet with a surgeon after that's over. And they'll tell me whether I have to have more chemotherapy or go to surgery and. So that's what we're looking into next. Trying to decide where I'm going, but I think I'm getting close. I feel like this is a little, so I'll do that. And then we all know, if you've watched before, I do way too many of these little spiky doodles, so I'm going to try to just do a very minimal amount of them today, just a few. Kind of make the lines a little thicker and then be done. A couple little ones and just some random spots here. Nothing as serious as I usually do, I don't think. I don't want to put one out too far. I'm going to stop myself. I'm going to behave. So I sign O for Owen. Oops, lots of gunk. Try that again. L and B. And that means as much to me as everything else, because Owen is part of this, and so love having him on there as what we like to do. Just fixing my lines just a little. They look thin. They are thin, but you know. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.